Who's ever at my door, please leave. The great Citlali is not seeing anyone today. She's sick. Oh, what a good story. No, please leave. Very, very ill. Achoo, achoo. Please leave. How long have you been standing there for? For a while. Do you just normally go barging into people's homes? Like I said, Citlali is not helping anyone. She's sick. I mean, busy. Now, where was I? I mean, you are looking for the great shaman, right? Well, that is she. That is me. Old? Who are you calling granny? Those youngsters, I mean, those local hoodlums like to call me that, but I promise you it's just a nickname. But like I said, I'm not helping anyone today. So, you're not looking for a spell or a charm or anything? Well, then what are you here for? Oh, you heard that I have some excellent light novels. And, quite the collection at that. Who told you this? Well, that person has excellent taste. They are correct. What about it? You're here to borrow some. How can I be sure that you're truly a fan? What if you're just lying? What if you're one of those local hoodlums trying to get their hands on my books? Oh, can't stand them. You know, they're always graffitiing my place. Saying, oh, that witch. Witch? Me? So answer me this. What do you look for in a light novel? Do you look for action? Romance? Comedy? Horror? All of the above? All of the above. Good, that was a trick question. Only somebody who enjoys light novels would know that there's no such thing as a bad light novel. Huh. Now answer me this. How many hours in a day should you spend reading said light novels? Oh, I didn't realize we're doing multiple choice again. Do you not have a mind of your own? Sorry, that was rude. I've been told I'm quite hot-headed. No, it's not because of my age. Thank you very much. How rude. Let's see. Do you spend only an hour reading? 3 hours reading? 5 hours reading? Or as many hours as you are awake? Well, answer me. Which one? As many hours as you're awake. You truly are a kindred soul with me. Yours truly. Well, maybe I might have some light novels that might pique your interest. And if I find you tolerable enough, maybe just maybe, I'll let you read them here with me so I can answer any burning questions you might have. Or not. Not if you don't want to, that is. I do like my silence. But just in case. And that's only if I find you pleasant. Maybe you can stay here? Or at the most, at least I'll let you borrow a novel or two. Take your time, they deserve to be savored. I'm not going to give you my entire collection, no. Plus, you wouldn't even be able to carry all that. I doubt you're that strong. I mean, maybe you are. That's not what we're here for. Now, do you want me to just recommend a few, or? Okay. This one? No, I'm sorry. I'm reading this one at the moment, and I can't bear to part with it. Plus, this is volume 4. Straight from Yai Publishing House. You know, these aren't even, available right now. I happen to know a few people in the publishing game, so I know it's okay to be envious. Again, it's not because I'm old that I have connections. It's because I'm a pleasant individual and a great shaman at that. So you'd have to read 1 through 3 to even, attempt to read this one. Sorry. But let me show you what else I think you might be interested in. These are kind of standalone light novels, to get your feet a little wet. What? I have to see if you have taste. Though I can already tell you are a true connoisseur of the written word. Be right back with my collection, at least part of it. For your first breakthrough novel, Love Between Fairy and Devil. This one is kind of romance, political intrigue, if you're into that sort of thing, which I am. And quite a lot of sword fighting, if I do say so myself. Just because it's a romance doesn't mean there's not fighting. Of course, there's verbal fighting, but actual sword fighting as well. Oh, you don't believe me? Well, you see, the devil in this particular story has been trapped in a dungeon of sorts for thousands upon thousands and thousands of years, hundreds of thousands even, for a crime of starting a war with the fairies. Though he lost and he got put in jail, a particular fairy of no talent, humble origin, ends up finding where he's captured and releases him with a kiss. Not just any kiss, no. Let me tell you. Listen. This kiss swaps their powers and their souls. This fairy more than meets the eye. Eventually they switch back, of course. But by doing so, the devil is then forced to do whatever the fairy says. Their powers and their souls are now linked. But you see, this ruins this devil's plans of, again, starting a war that this time he will win against the other fairies. And of course he can summon dragons. In this particular world, dragons are still very much alive. And they end up falling in love. He believes to eventually unentwine their souls. he has to nurture this little fairy like a flower, kind of like her namesake. A namesake that she shares with a great goddess who's been missing for quite some time. Coincidence? I think not. It's truly very sweet the way he takes care of her. Eventually. For a lot of the story, he actually wants to kill her. But in doing so, he would end up killing himself, hence the reason why they have to spend time together. It's truly a romantic story, filled with deception and reincarnation. All best light novels have reincarnation and fighting, obviously. What do you think? Do you think this is something you might be into? Not your cup of tea. I know right now, within the light novel community, that people like transmigration and isekaiing themselves. I know that's really all the rage. I can understand why you wouldn't want this one. You're looking for something a bit more up to date, so the youngsters say. I mean, what we say together, because I too am a youngster at heart. What are you saying? That's not the right lingo. I am up to date on all the trends, both language-wise and fashion-wise. I mean, look, this is what the kids are wearing. This is hip, right? Why am I asking you? Like you would know anything. I am hip. I am not old, and do not call me granny. I take offense to that. Let me go see what else I can tempt you with in my collection. Again, I thought I'd start you off small. Some single bite-sized pieces. Bite-sized. Before I start you in on all those volume businesses. I have to see if you can be trusted. What if you return my books, my babies, to me all bent and tattered with crumbs and stains? So, these are a bit more easily replaceable instead of having to buy volume upon volume once more. And some of them are not even in print anymore. I've had these for quite a few years. Again, don't call me old. I'll be right back. And keep your hands to yourself, at least until I'm sure that they're clean. Now this one here might be more up your alley. It is Love Game in Eastern Fantasy. A little bit more modern of a take. I know it doesn't appear so based on the title, but a girl who loves light novels and has a particular favorite author, of course, ends up being isekai'd, transmigrated into one of her author's favorite novels. But she doesn't want to be. She refuses. Would you like to know why? No. It's not because she's not strong or strong-willed. No. It's because she is not the lead. No. She's the villainess, forced to live out a tragic life, where her true love, which is the male lead, of course, ends up falling for the main lead, the female one, of course. And she ends up having to marry a disgusting demon and then dies. And she decides she's going to change her fate. Either that or just live. Living's very important to her. She figures if she can make it through the story without dying as the villainess, well, she can leave. But of course, this world she's in has rules. And the rules state for her to win and live and get out of this place full of demons and martial arts and tragedy. Well, she has to make the female main lead's brother fall in love with her at 100%. Not 90, not 80. Full on love, which is a big ask. Would you like to know why? It's because he does not trust anyone. He's kind of a bore, a very cute bore, but a bore, and a stickler for rules, and is totally obsessed with his older sister. Mainly because he didn't have the best upbringings, and his older sister is the only person who's ever treated with any kind of kindness. So of course he feels very strongly and protective of her. Not just that, but in turn, he has a secret. You see, in this world of demons and martial arts, there's sorcerers who tame these demons. And their entire journey is to find the queen of the demons and put her away for good. But the boy that the main character is supposed to fall in love with turns out to be a demon himself. I know the drama of it all. Can you believe it? And he's trying to hide his true self, for he feels that no one would ever love him, being a demon, half demon. Semantics. A demon himself. He feels that people are afraid of him, can show him no love. But our lovely girl who's been isekai'd into the world sees his true form and says, "You don't frighten me. I love you." I mean, it doesn't really go like that all the time. It takes a lot of work and trust. Well, their love story is truly one of a kind. And the ending is quite unexpected, if I do say so myself. Things are not always what they seem in this world. But this love story of love and acceptance and demons, well, it's a good one. It's a good one. Lots of fighting between demons and other sorcerers. Intrigued? I knew you would be. Again, this one is a bit more of a modern tale. Though it is always fun when the protagonist, who comes from a different world, ends up in a place where they're the villainess. Of course, maybe you would like to see the other one. Granted, I think today, based on your love of light novels, and because I'm such a cool, older shaman, hip, like a big sis, not a granny, I'll be nice enough and lend you two. Just two. So choose wisely. But I can tell you're interested in this one. Demons are always so interesting, aren't they? Sometimes they kind of look like hilly churls. Sometimes abyss mages, abyss orders. Other times they're just creatures, In this one, there's like a ranking system. Now, we do know that these light novels love ranking systems. Power rankings, demon rankings. All of it. Oh no, trust me. I've read my fair share of light novels. You know, being a cool, older big sis. Again, not a granny. Big sis. And I know a thing or two about all these rankings. In this world, the demons can fall very low ranking, like dust demons. Everything is a demon. There's bamboo demons, flower demons, water demons, where the personification of rivers and entities can also become demons. Fox demons, spider demons. But the higher ranking and cultivation a demon can have, the more humanoid they appear. And the boy that our protagonist is supposed to fall in love with, well, quite a high-ranking half-demon. If I do say so myself. And of course, somebody has to get power-ups. Perhaps our protagonist gets her own set of powers. Or a rainbow core, so to speak. A pure cultivation to be able to help her demon. Again, Big Sis highly recommends this one. Trust me, you won't regret it. It is a bit of a long read, and again, not everything is as it seems. Trust me, the ending will leave you quite surprised. But I think the journey is worthwhile, and of course I forgot to mention, there's also a system. Yes, you know, an overworldly system that leads them on the correct path, gives them boundaries, because you can't leave the world of a book if the people in the book never go there. I know. Intriguing, I bet. Well, let me show you one more. As your honorary big sis, again, not granny, I'm not that old. She will show you a great deal many things. And this lovely, older, cool lady knows a thing or two about what makes a good light novel. Wait right there. Hands where I can see them. Again, don't go touching my things. And don't be touching any of my pillows either. I know they're everywhere, but how else am I supposed to lounge and enjoy myself? Every place should be a good place to read a light novel. Don't you think? Again, a kindred spirit, a kindred soul. Are you sure you're not isekai'd from someplace? Trying to find your way out of this world? Research material, perhaps? What? It doesn't hurt to ask. But just in case that's true, just let Big Sis know. I know all the loopholes of almost any type of transmigration. Or isekai. Or even, questions about cultivation. I know quite a lot. Trust me. Wait right there. Now this one, my dear kindred soul. It's very recent. Extremely recent. Big Sis would know. Hot off the presses. It is. Say it with me now. I'm sure even you know. You've heard the gossips around Yai Publishing House and just general bookstores aplenty. How dare you? How dare you? You don't know this one? It's how dare you. Anyone has been talking about it. Are you sure you're truly a light novel aficionado? Are you sure? Oh, you've been traveling, of course. That makes sense. Well, then you wouldn't have heard about this one. Again, extremely recent. This one is another transmigration novel, but with a twist. Trust me, Big Sis knows all the tips and tricks, but this one took me by surprise. It really did. It really did. You see, a girl, a very cool girl, older girl, who is works in a publishing house, ends up being transmigrated into the book that she's working on for her publishing house. And ends up she is the villain of the story as well. A villain who only gets 200 words to her name. I know, the travesty. She dies. Just like that. Well, she gets isekai'd as a villainess in a harem of all things. Forced to try and make the emperor fall in love with her. She's just trying to survive in this political world of intrigue. And the other girls who live in this harem, well, they're nothing to sniff at. Not even to mention the emperor's dowager. Anyway, I know, I'm getting to the twist. I'm getting to the twist. It turns out she wasn't the only one pulled into this novel. Turns out quite a few other people are as well. Though whether they're working for good and for their own gain of power, or working together, is anyone's guess. Alright, you twisted my arm, I'll tell you. So it turns out that she and the Emperor are both from the same universe. I know the Emperor himself has also been transmigrated into the novel. They're both at a loss. So they're doing everything they can to survive, because at the end of the book, they both unfortunately die. But they're willing to change their fate to survive anything. And in the process, they fall in love. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of fighting, plenty of political intrigue and backstabbing. But the real twist is this. So, our main protagonist gets transmigrated into this world. And she's relatively new to it. But the Emperor, he lies about how long he's been there. He's been there since he's 13. Now he's quite an old soul. And even though they're falling in love, he doesn't want to tell her how long he's been there. He doesn't want to ruin her fighting spirit. He doesn't want to diminish her hope that they can survive this together. It's truly a moving story and it has one of the best endings. Truly, of a light novel that I have read. Take it from Big Sis. Not every ending is a good one. Sometimes you pour your heart and your soul into reading something, and it turns out that the ending is trash. Absolute garbage. Truly is an affront to all those who read and appreciate light novels. But, Big Sis, cool, hip, older Big Sis, would highly recommend How Dare You? Such a catchy title. I know right now the cool thing is to give your light novels the longest title imaginable. But this one, it's a good one. So, which one can I tempt you with? Remember, I'm only allowing you to read 2. So I can hear your thoughts and opinions and see if you're even worth my while. Ah, yes, I see. Love game in Eastern fantasy, and let me guess. How dare you? What a solid taste you have. My similar of age friend, even though I'm only slightly older, just slightly, just a Big Sis. ready and willing to take you on a journey of good light novels. Oh, stop. Anything to help a fellow connoisseur. But you better not let me down. Oh, I'll be watching. Speaking of watching, let me go get your novels. I'll be right back. So have you decided on whether or not you want to spend your time here reading them? Keep a cool shaman, a big sis company? Or not, I enjoy my silence. Here are the novels. I promise I won't watch you too much. I just want to know your thoughts and opinions. It's hard to find people who also appreciate light novels as much as I do. You'll stay? You have such excellent taste. Again, I too have excellent hip taste. Well, I'm trusting you, aren't I? Well, make yourself comfortable. Yeah, any place will do, and I again promise not to watch you too hard. Though I do love when people's eyes light up when they read something they enjoy. Yes, go off. Hence the reason why I have pillows everywhere and blankets in strategic corners. So, help yourself. I'll be here. Only watching you slightly. Good choice in corner. Go ahead,